I was not crazy about the PL-2 Valkyrie on my pistol in the review that we did of it. I loved it for the rifle, but I wasn't crazy about the switch. This one uses 1, 2, 3 batteries, which if you're going to be actually working with it, that would get sort of expensive. So Olight sent me the PL-2 Mini, and now this one checks all the boxes. Danger! Batteries! PL Mini Valkyrie 2, limited edition. 600 lumens, 100 meters of throw. I finally got a blue gun so I can play guns in the house. Kristen won't get upset. Ooh, look at this little guy. Look at this. Look at him. This guy adjusts so you can lock it down to your firearms. So like that's too far for me the way I use mine. I can lock that bad boy in place right there. It feels pretty good. Ooh. Ooh. Now me, I use this thumb, but if you want to use this finger over here, it's got a switch on both sides. You do a momentary press and it stays on. But if you do a long press, then it's just momentary. It's kind of weird how that works out. Now they're doing a flash sale on this the day that this video is released, May 29th, where this thing is up to 40% off. I'll put a link down in the description below. They also got limited edition i5 EOS in this very, very tactical brown. I'll put links, and a bunch of other stuff's on sale down there too. But the purpose of this is a review of this light. It's the shit. The 600 lumens as opposed to the 1200 is way better. This is much more reasonable indoors than the 1200, which if you shine it on something bright or white would get a little too blinding. I loved it on my rifle. I loved it actually in this room. This room's big enough, but around the house, like a lot of output can actually be a bad thing. We've covered light discipline several times on this channel. This guy here is quick, and when I push it, you remember on the PL-2 Valkyrie, I kind of didn't like the way my muzzle wobbled around when I pushed it, which in the grand scheme of things might not be a deal breaker, but I just didn't immediately like it. The way this is oriented, it doesn't do that. I think that this is a far superior pistol light than the other one, but I think the other one's better on a rifle, the way it activates and everything. This one, I don't think could be set up for a rifle. I haven't managed to make it work, and I don't see a reason it should. It's very small. They make holsters for it. I've got this one from Works. I'm pretty well satisfied with. I didn't know anything about any of the companies that make holsters to go with the lights. I just picked Works because they said they could get it to me the fastest. But you can now have a little teeny tiny light on your little teeny tiny concealed handgun, and they make holsters for it. So now there's really, really, really no reason not to have a light on even your concealed carry weapon. You know, we just did the video where people actually tried to make a case to not have a light on their gun. That makes no sense. That's the most ridiculous nonsense I've ever heard in my life. They call this thing the Mini like it's the same light, only smaller, but it's very, very different. The bigger one, it adds to the overall profile of the gun. Now, they do make holsters that fit this one too, but now you're adding bulk, and if you're going to carry concealed, that's going to be a problem. If you're carrying, you know, on your belt or on a drop holster or something like that, this isn't a big deal. It doesn't really matter. But if you're trying to carry concealed, every little bit of size matters. So if you can keep this thing down to a reasonably sized package, right, then it's easier to put that package in your pants. It's like me. It's very, very small. It's amazing how small they're getting with these things. But it does 600 lumens, and it says on a full charge you get an hour runtime. I don't know. If you're using your pistol light for more than an hour, you got really big problems, and you're probably also carrying other flashlights. But an hour out of your weapon light is pretty good, and to not have to buy batteries, that is huge. The fact that this is that, you know, that cool magnet. It's got this Olight's magnetic charging thing. You just use any kind of like USB guy here, and that thing just goes whoop on there. It's red when it's not charged, turns green when it's fully charged. But this guy here, man, this guy here is the bomb, because let me tell you why. It's simple. Like, there's no frills, no bells, no whistles, no modes, no different outputs. It's a weapon light, not a utility light, not a work light, not a like fixing shit around the house light. It's a weapon light. It goes on a weapon. This is all serious business that I'm talking about. this light is made for one thing. The 600 lumens output, I'd say it's perfect for tactical use. You know, you can maybe go a little dimmer or a little brighter with your tactical lights, but 600 lumens out of this guy, plenty blinding. Plenty, yeah, that's unpleasant. So that's going to get the job done. God almighty, I got to stop doing that. You don't need brighter indoors with your like day-to-day pistol stuff. That's actually, it can be too bright. And let's go outside. We'll check it outside and compare it to the big guy. Now, this is the big one, the big Valkyrie over there shining on that sign. And then this is the little guy. Pretty good for my purposes. Let's see. So there's a dark corner over there. I need to see who's over there. I can easily see who's over there with the mini, and then this is his big brother. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously brighter, but you know, this is bright enough. But this thing, to me, this is my new go-to thing. Glock 19, Olight PL-2 mini, works holster, and I got all those boxes checked.